Hello, and in today's video we're going to be talking about the fast raid team without DEBPRAH. Now, is the team worth making? For some people, yes. It depends on if you're mid-game to end-game, then you can make the team, I reckon, but you're going to have to put some runes in the backup. If you're a new player, don't make this team. It's not worth it. There's other teams out there that you could make, like solo R5 dependent, or just make a regular BJ R5 team. However, if you are here to try to make this team, is this team doable with scuff runes that are not perfect, you know, like how you get the 21 second time? 'Cause I've only ever had this team do the best of 22, but I've seen it as bad as 50 when testing, which was about 20 minutes ago. So the team isn't perfect, so please bear that in mind when we get into it. Anyway, for the middle team, I'm going to be talking about the runes and all that stuff. So for Nickel here, you want him on Fight Will. Now, he isn't on anything crazy. He doesn't need to be on anything crazy. He just needs to be there to survive. So that way he can put the debuff that he puts on the boss for Brandy. But we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, this guy here, he literally has to do the same thing. So he just needs to be on Fire Will. Anything will do. He doesn't need to take a turn. However, when I fail the runs, I recommend maybe putting him on a crit rate build, so that way when he gets a turn, he'll guarantee crit and he'll do some more damage. So that's only because I can't kill with my Bailager. He doesn't do enough damage. So let's get into the actual full team. For the first monster that needs to move is her on the middle team. She is just on some standard get first turn, max crit, so that way she has a good chance of critting, as that's what she needs to do a bit of extra damage. Accuracy is probably a little bit high. I think people say you don't need more than 15, but I honestly don't know if that's true or not. So this is her runes. Then who's going to move next? It shall be my guy Ken. Ken is missing a rune on slot 5, down to the fact he's too tanky. Even now, he's too tanky, and sometimes he survives, even after I changed the rune. See there, that was a flat HP, I believe, or defense or something, and I had to change it, and it still didn't change anything. So as you can see, he's not on the greatest runes, but what he needs to do is he needs to do his attack with skill 3, which has a crazy chance of hitting branding on the boss, and once he does that, he needs to die. So after that, this girl here will take a turn. Now she just needs to be on Will, and she can be on a rage set, but I had to get mine on fight just to get a little bit more damage. You're going to need quite a few crazy fight sets, I think, if you're going to want to pull this team off if you haven't got good rage sets. So fight is definitely a good way to go. You're going to need crazy will, so you're going to be farming there for quite a bit. Anyway, here are her runes. She has 0 accuracy, which is not ideal for the branding at all, to be completely honest. She definitely will need some better stats. I have also maxed her out, so she's going to be semi-useful, so she's mainly there for the branding. Now what happens is, if the team doesn't kill by that point, we've got the Crow. Now what Crow is here to do is, he needs more crit rate. He is low on the crit rate, so you're going to see fails on that as well. He doesn't need to be max skill, I don't think. I think that skill there is only for the branding to be 3 turns instead of 2 turns, but you kill the boss anyway, so that 3 turns is kind of useless. But I've just put my max Crow just to show that it works. He's probably got too much HP as well. However, he does do enough. As you can see, he could have a bit more stats overall. He could have way better artifacts. Like I say, this is just, is it worth building, to see if it's actually worth it. So that's how the team in the middle goes. I'm going to do one run just to show it off. The team might fail, it might not. So I'm just going to say it as it is. So as you can see, he gets debuffs on him, missing one. Prelia goes, now Ken goes. Now sometimes that happens where there's a little bit of a desync. So as you can see, first run it happens, Bailager shot his load, and the team's gonna go to a crazy long time. But as you can see, he dies, she does the branding, there should be defense break, and Crow would have killed it. So the run would have been finished by now, but because I still haven't figured out what it is that's causing that desync to happen, so please bear in mind that this isn't every run this happens. So I'm going to actually give it another run just to show that that is something that can happen. I'm glad it did show, just to say that, you know, I have seen the runs high as 50, but as you can see, 37 seconds, still a respectable time. So let's just get the run. Come on, come on, there we go. Right, let's just end the run now. So So what's going to happen here is he's going to do the head attack, or whatever it is he does. Purlia goes, as you can see. Ken goes. Brandia does the thing. And that's how the team should work. So I personally don't know what's causing that problem. So if someone does know, please let me know. Because I think it's something to do with the dog on the left being a bit too fast, to be honest. And as you see, it should have died before Crow had a chance to do his thing. So this team, I think, is going to get about 23 seconds. 24? 23. So as you can see, the team does get that time. It's just, that's what happens. So let's get back into the teams. There we go. Right, so now the team on the left. This guy. He is only there to put the debuffs on for Brandia. So as you can see, he's not on anything crazy. All he has to do is tank and live. He doesn't need to do anything. He doesn't need to be skilled up for his passive either. So that's absolutely fine. Now you've got your Fami. All she is there for is to have triple fight. She doesn't need anything crazy. And she just needs to honestly die. And that's all she's there for. Now, this guy, I have him on high defense. I reckon I could get away with a fight set if I had enough defense. But unfortunately, I don't have fight runes with defense. And this is just like, without me messing around with too many runes. I'll also be showing a bit later, without skill ups and without Belager having a different slot 5. I think his slot 5 is different, but these are going to all have no skill ups and just show, is the team able to be done without skill ups? Yes, it is, but I think the average turns out to be about 25 seconds, give or take. So it's still fast, it's just not as crazy. So basically what needs to happen is with this team on the side, I'll just show the runes off quickly so you can actually get an idea, then I'll explain how the team works. So Roke is on a fight set. Wait a minute. I just noticed. He's not even optimized. I'm missing a set here. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'll have to sort that out later and I'll put it down in the description maybe. I did not notice that I had left them on that. Okay, so I could get a bit more damage output. Okay, so the team, see what I mean? The team is not perfect. So, see. Oh boy. Anyway, let's get on to the next monster runes. I was going to say, did I do it for... I did! I did it for her as well! Oh boy, I could get way more damage. Hang on, have I messed up her as well? No, okay. So I haven't messed her up either. So that's the runes on that team. So how the team on the left works. Who basically, he will go into stone form. She will die. Then Roke will do his team up. And he basically will team up with anyone and hopefully do defense breaks and skills. She will go, and then hopefully she'll do the skill 3 and she'll land the branding. And if the branding doesn't get put on, then there's a big problem. So the team will tend to fail if the branding doesn't go on. Then after that, your dog should go. But he might just be at too fast of a tick to where he cuts sometimes based on how much health. I'm not quite sure what causes it, that's just my guess. Then if the team fails, she'll heal up and do an attack damage. So I'll show that run right now on the team on the left. I'll show it all in playthrough afterwards. So I'm going to show it twice just to show it off. As you can see, she died, team up happened, no branding, she put the branding on, and then the team sits there and waits for the jump. So as you can see, the jump is happening. And now the team up should happen. And the team should be winning. But as you can see, the team took a bit longer because I can't one-shot. But because I haven't put an extra fucking set on, I'm missing 2 damage sets. So because of that, I might be able to set the damage a little bit higher. So maybe that 26 seconds would have been about a 25 to 24. So maybe, with me not being an idiot, I still can't believe that, but at least it goes to show that at least it's truthful. So I will be making another video on the future, so I'm going to probably have to put part 1 and part 2 or final part on it, depending. But as you can see, team up went and would have died, but just didn't have enough damage. So I think if I put those 2 fight runes on, that will stop that from happening. But the problem I've got is my account is too high on speed. So as you can see, 25 seconds there. So the times are not perfect. They're not completely consistent. So a bit annoying, but there's not really much you can do about that. Now for the team on the right. The team that's going to be the hardest to rune. Oh, I've just got rid of my Theomars. No, Theomars come back. Anyway, Theomars. He is on 0 speed. Personally, you could probably get... I haven't tested it, but I can't see why you couldn't get away with him being on a triple fight set. Only because if you have your Colleen at the right HP, I don't see why that she won't use the heal skill all the time. But I haven't tested it, so I can't say for sure. However, I've got my Theomars on a crit rate build. So when he does get a turn, he'll do a bit of damage. So that's what he is on. They're not any good runes at all, just low speed, but I did give him a crit rate rune. Now his job also will be to put the heal block, but he's not always consistent. But it's that my Brandier can still kill without it, but without the branding, I'm dead. So as you can see, he's on rubbish. Not good at all. To be honest with you, I think he increased of his max HP of the so I can't remember if that's, I don't remember. It's basically either from his HP or the boss's HP, whatever it is, it does the thing it's meant to do. So for this team, Colleen, she goes first. As you can see, she's not on anything crazy. So what she's gonna do is skill 3 to heal up, give attack buff. Then what you're gonna have is the Brandier going. She can be on Will Fight or Will Rage. Now I've got her on Fight only because I don't have the damage regardless to pull off a lot of damage. So I'm kind of in a bit of trouble with this team, like I say. So after that, the jump should happen. Then after that, your Emperor should go. Now he is also not perfect. Like I say, he's kind of weak in comparison. He's probably really too tanky as well. I heard some people saying maybe I should put a wheel set on him just in case, so that way you're guaranteed. But I mean, I don't personally see the point unless your HP is really too low. So if your HP is really low, and I think I could probably get away with, like, you know, 2k less maybe, and try and get the crit rate up. Like I say, the rune that was different is this, so I will be showing the teams without skill ups, and this rune I believe will be changed. So after he jumps, it should be over, but what's going to happen is my Theomars will cut in, as you can see by the runes. That's what will happen. And this girl here, she's honestly just there to live. And I've also noticed I didn't set double fight. Oh boy, I should really look at my runes before making videos, but I'm not gonna do it now. So I could get even a little bit more damage out the team, so I will be messing around with it, and I'm gonna still be farming for wheel sets and rage sets just to see if I can make the team better. So let's just show off the team on the right. Then I'll be showing a full load of runs. Then I'll get into the idea of the team a bit more. So as you can see, he died, put the heal block on. Colleen does the thing. Brandier does skill 3. She does 28. 1, I think that was. So it's just enough to do some damage. I mean, if you want her to do a bit more damage, she's going to need better artifacts and all that rubbish. But as you can see, Emperor goes, and that's where the boss should die, but he didn't. But this team could actually be a 22 seconder, actually. So that team might actually show it off as a 22. Okay, 23. Close, really close. Like I say, the team can get these times, but it's not always. So let's get in with showing this team again, just so people can get an idea of the actual thing. Now, I have seen, if you're not getting this turn order, you're going to have to mess around with your speeds personally. So, I'm going to show a 30 run, and I'll either talk, and if I run out of things to talk about, I'm just going to put some music in. I'll say music coming in 3, 2, whatever. So, I'm not sure, but I'm going to try and talk the whole time. As you can see, run should be over, but like I say, Crow not being on the right crit rate also doesn't help, but the fact that I'm missing important fight runes, at least right now, is pretty bad. So I'm going to actually check all the monsters over and over again. So, yeah, let's just get in with the showing up the 10 right now. So let's go back to the middle team. So I'm going to just show the middle team about a couple of times, so as you can see exactly what's going on. And the middle team you can see kind of like everywhere else. But yeah, would I recommend everyone making this team? Personally, like, I can't remember what I said, but if I did say this, but it is worth it for me, but for you, maybe not. As the rune quality is kind of high, but if you say farm about 2 months to try and get better rage runes and better will runes, I reckon you probably could get a decent enough set for this. but you're also going to need to get a lot of will. And obviously randomness doesn't help, but you're also going to need to farm fight runes. So you're going to need some decent damage dealer sets, just as a little bit of fluff damage. So there you go, that was a fail right there. So I'm not quite sure what caused that to happen. I think that the dog had took a turn on. Like I said, I don't know what's causing that problem. So this team is going to not fail, but it's probably going to look at a really long time. So I think what happened there was that the blue dog on this team had snuck in the turn, because I think his speed tick is sometimes just so I think there were, I don't know, I didn't notice, but if there's no slow debuff, then I think that could be causing me the problem. Maybe I didn't see what it was, so I'm not sure. But as you can see, even a 36-second is good. But I know the team has done a 50-second once, but because you know I have seen it. So, but like I say, this team is generally pretty good. So I see there the team didn't desync. I do think that slow beat debuff plays into it. So, like I say, this team is worth building for me, and I'm going to continue. But for those who can't, I do have free-to-play versions or slightly easier versions to make. Or you could just make the Raid 5 team and, you know, go and join Raid 5 people. But for those who want to do Raid 5 solo, that team will be better. But like I say, this team is just to show off the fact that it can be done with mediocre runes, fairly mediocre. I've only been using stuff that I farmed in the past about a month, so I didn't change too much. Like my original team to do BJR5, solo R5 can all still be made. So I haven't took their runes off at all. And some people might be like, oh, why you do that? It's like, well, if I decide to, I will. But I didn't find anything in this current situation that could replace what I had, because I chased speed way too much. So as you can see, 24 seconds. I'm not quite sure how many runs I'm going to get in on this. So my plan will be is soon to show the team on the left and the team on the right. I'll probably forget to, but this is just, like I say, a waffling on of it, just to show that the team does work and all that nonsense. So as you can see, like I say, the team does work. And it does everything it's meant to do. So you can pull it off, you just won't get as crazy time. So, because a friend of mine, he ended up getting a 25-second time. And so you can see, no defense break. So I really do think that that dog is too fast sometimes. Because all he has to do is go after the jump. And as long as he has enough attack bar, he'll be alright. So the team still wins. I've never seen the team fail once, even when it was 55 seconds. 55 seconds, not 55 seconds. 50 seconds. Oh, I need a script, really. This is terrible. But as you can see, the team is not perfect. But that's not, you know, I mean, what to kind of expect, really, at the same time. The team's never going to be perfect. However, it does do a good job. But yeah, I mean, like I said, hopefully if this video helps someone try to make the team. Because some people like me, I personally don't mind if the team doesn't work perfectly fine all the time like there. I didn't pay attention, I'll be honest. I didn't see what exactly went wrong. Again. But like I said, I do think it's something to do with something nicking a turn where it shouldn't be taking a turn. Plus, it doesn't also help that my runes are not right. So, with that extra bit of damage, I reckon the team will be pretty decent. But this is just to show that even with my mess-ups without realising it until literally just now without the right runes, I think it's doable. So what my next move is going to be is I'm going to be farming some fight runes because I also want some seal runes. Anyway. Because that's what I want is for RTA, so I'm going to go to farming there, so that's why I've got two things to farm. So as you can see, when I try to look at that team, it doesn't show me what is happening. I'm sure that the dog is taking a turn when he shouldn't be, and that's causing the Bailager to take a turn. Like I said, I'm not quite sure, something's taking the turn that shouldn't be taking the turn. As you can see, she heals there, and the team's done. Like I said, this will be about 24 seconds, is my guess. Okay, about 24, yeah. So I'm probably going to do about, I think I'm going to do 15 runs, then I'm going to show off my other team, which is the same team, it's just going to be the other versions where they haven't got skill ups and, you know, they got the original rune sets that I was testing this all with. So, like I say, sorry about waffling on a bit. I just don't know. I never know what to talk about, so it's like, you know. I always said I'm basically Jew Bagel, but worse. So, yeah, the dog definitely took a turn. I'm sure that was the problem there. Like, he must have took it. Like I said, I didn't see, like, that's why whenever you do this, honestly, record it and then just see so you can get an idea, because I'll probably be checking it over in the editing if I remember, and I'll check for myself to see what exactly went wrong. But like I say, these runs are, well, to be honest with you, kind of bad. When I was testing, I didn't get that many this long, so. The team on the right, I'm pretty sure, is perfect, apart from the little bit of damage I'm just not getting. But considering I haven't got the runes that they should be having, it's a little bit of a oopsie. Also, the fact that Colleen doesn't always die as well is a bit, huh? She's supposed to die. I mean, I don't think it really matters if she dies or not, but I know she's meant to die in this particular team. But like I say, it's still one, so. I mean, her runes are really bad, and the fact that she's still living is kind of like, wow. Also, for Colleen, I personally do have this skill maxed because it gives more heal on the overall team. So, for those who want a certain monster to die, don't skill her up, or only skill her up to a certain point, because she will give the extra HP. So, yeah. Something went wrong again with the defense break, so there's definitely something with the dog's runes. I think I'm going to have to slow him down by a speed or two. Just like I say, it's going to be a bit of trial and error, but like I say from the beginning, this team is not going to be perfect. So, as you can see, look, we've done 12 runs. Let's just see. So you get the idea of the team. I show you the order. I tell you what order they should be going in. Runes are not optimized though. So like I said, there's definitely something wrong with the team still. However, I was able to get it fast. Now 29 seconds, that's still fairly fast, I would say. So even though it's not, I want it to be faster than that, but it's still fairly fast. Anyway, I'm going to jump cut now to me showing off the team I was using. With the same, well, it's got the same runes apart from a couple, and just to show off that it does work without skill ups, hence why skill ups do help. Okay, now, here is the team I was running originally, so I'm going to just show off all the runes from left to right. As you can see, they're pretty much all the same, except these ones aren't skilled up, and I haven't changed the runes. These are what I was running. So this is the team I was testing before I completely tested it. But like I say, the runes are really not optimized. Like, I can't believe I made that mistake, honestly. That's really messing up the team quite a lot. But the fact of the matter is it still kind of working? So it's kind of like, wow to me. His crit rate is really low, I noticed that. But he's not really there to do too much damage, though. So, like I say, these are the runes. This is the crow without it. Crow's crit rate, I will try to get up a bit for a little bit less damage, because he's only really there to clean up. So I think the crit rate I need, hang on, what is I think I had the calculator. Oh, I don't have it up anymore. I think what I needed was what my Bailager was. So I think he needs to be like 8 or 10 more crit rate, and then he's 100%. So I think that's all he needs. It's like her. I think she is just over the minimum. I think you need to be 78 or 76. I think. I'm not too sure. It's one of those numbers. I think. Because you get 24 crit rate. So whatever 100 minus 24 is, I think it's 70 something. I think. Is it? Oh, you know what? Let's just get the calculator up right now. It's 76. Okay, so my crow, he needs 2 more crit rate, so he's pretty close to being perfect. So I don't actually need that crazy. So wait, what did I say? Yeah, 2 more. Okay, I'm going crazy. But yeah, that's the crit rate you need, is 76 with the Theo crit rate lead. So hence why I got him on a crit rate build as well. So like I said, these monsters are all the exact same. They got the same runes just to show it off that it still works even if your monsters are not skilled up. There is a bit of a difference in time though. It's averaging of 20 odd seconds. So nothing skilled up. I only made them because I was using them as placement holders. So let's look at the middle team again just to show that it works exactly the same. 4 debuffs, the thing goes, Shadow Claw goes. Now I can't help but wonder, is the Shadow Claw guy or Ken better? Who has the faster animation? Because if the animations are the problem, then you know you don't really want that. As you can see, the team will still do it, as you know it doesn't seem to make much difference. What you really need is the Belager to do that one-shot damage. So 24 seconds. Like I say, with the little bit of slowness, I think 24 seconds is probably going to be one of the fastest averages you'll get. Now let's just check the middle team again. I think I might try and get away without a shield set on the team on the left as well. I might try and get an extra fight set. But I'm also wondering which skills he's using. I wish you could see, I have an option to say which skills do they use, as opposed to you kind of, is it the right skill? Am I guessing? But yeah, I do think that this team is going to work, and I do think it's a good team. It is a good team, especially for free raids. For those who don't mind free raids, you know, that's the main reason why I built this team, is for free raids to begin with. So I will be trying to farm better wheel runes, and like I say, there will be a part 2 or final part to this once I, you know, redo some changes. When I do enough significant changes to it warrants another video. So the video, if I remember, will probably be down in the description, or you can look for part 2 or final, or however many parts I'm having to do on this, because I'm not quite sure how many I'm going to have to do. I might also change some runes around because they seem to be tanky enough to survive. So since they're tanky enough, you can get away with a lot less HP. So it might be worth it. See, 23 seconds. Now, the funny thing is this team is doing probably almost more consistently than the last one. So I don't know what that is. I don't honestly know. Maybe it's because of the Shadow Claw. Like I say, I'm kind of tempted to have my monsters be skilled up anyway for the ones that need it. But I know that's going to take a very long time. There you go. A fail happened. So I think what happened there would have been something made something. What made the thing take the turn? Is it the fact that things need to just be? Is it that I need to make everything like 1 speed slower, maybe? Because I don't know personally what the fast tick and the slow tick is. So, like I say, this is a bit of trial and error for me. The team's still gonna do it regardless, anyway. But I'm also thinking, for those who want, I might show off a BJR5 team for like your first BJR5 team, because Raid was made before Artifacts. So as long as you do for BJR5, but what was it? 32k on the last hit on Belager, you'll be fine to do it with randoms, because you can even do less, then you should still be alright, because a lot of people build for more damage now anyway. Yeah, I definitely don't know what's causing that thing. I do think that things need to just be like 1 or 2 speeds slower maybe on all of the monsters, maybe. Like I say, I'm still happy with the team. I'm really surprised with how well it's coming out. I know you've got people like Sean B, the Chase Shizo guy, however you pronounce his name. You know, they've got videos on it. There's other people that have made videos on it. But considering this is a video for No DEBPRAH, is it possible? Is it worth doing? And all that. I think it is, but if you're early game, probably not. Especially considering you do need an @5 for this team, so it's not free to play. But it's more free to play than the LD team. So with this team, it is kind of free to play because you do get events now by Come To Us where you could pick an @5 or have a high chance of getting her, or you know, you have a higher chance of getting her than DEBPRAH. Which, you know, if I could get her, I would make the 21-second team any day, but I have to make do with what my account has access to. So, like I said, the team does work. I mean, how many times I've said the team does work, however, it's not perfect and all that. Take a drink for every time, no time, you'll probably die. But I'm probably getting in trouble for YouTube as well. Please, YouTube, it's a joke, don't ban me, or whatever it is. So, like I said, let's just check out the team on the right now. Hopefully with the teams being told what order they are helps you. Because, you know, it's a little bit confusing, but I also wanted to show off all the runes and all that. Like I say, other people have done this. It's just, it's more, is it worth doing? can it be done? And I'm just saying the same things, I know. So what I've noticed, I don't remember if I said it or not, but this team will fail if Brandia doesn't get the branding to do her skill 3. Then you will have Baeliger use his nuke skill when he's not meant to. And you will also fail if you don't land enough debuff, which I've not seen, but I know that can cause a problem. And I would also say no defense break, which is a fair given. Now, for the defense break thing, I feel like maybe a cowgirl could work. However, these are for faster animations, so it's like, is it worth it? Yeah, see, the dog, I'm sure then took a turn. I just saw it. I think that's what happened just there. So I think he needs to be slower. So if you're watching this, have him a bit, if you can get similar speeds to me, just have the dog a bit slower. So yeah, the girl did her spinny move instead. So this dog, I think, is just too fast. I think maybe make him 30 speed, maybe. But I'm not going to change the runes on him just yet, but because I want to make the other team to see if I can get the Baeliger to do the damage. But I do think that that's where there's a problem, where he's taking a turn where he shouldn't be, because I think what's happening is maybe Ken's animation is playing one little bit too long, because he's always meant to do, I think, skill 3, and I'm not sure if mine's always doing skill 3. But I'm not sure which is the better one to have made anyway. His animation was quick there. See? Cut in. So something's definitely wrong with the animations. Like, is it my... I want to say, is it my Brandia being in that skin? I really wonder if that could be a problem. Like, is her default skin move faster? And it's... Do you know what? Let's end this run. And let's actually test it on the video, just to see if it causes the problem still. Where is she? Okay, let's just have it as default. Oh, I can't do anything just yet. I know there's a run go. Come on. Okay, now as you can see, 31 seconds, still a good time. Average wise, I think it's still good, but it's not as good. So the skill ups you can see do make a difference, and there was one rune change. So the scene will never be perfect, I don't think. But let's just see. Let's just change it back, because I think I saw Sean B with her have a different skin. So I think the skin he had was that one, or this one. But I think I've seen some people do it with this skin. I'm not too sure. So now she's got no skin. Let's just see if that fixes any problems with the desyncing, just out of curiosity, because I don't mind her having no skin. I mean, yeah, it'd be a little bit annoying, but I just want to see, is that enough to either is her skin animation too fast? I know obviously you want to do that, but you know, is that what could be causing the problem? I honestly do not know. But I mean, like I say, first go, it seems to be doing averagely normal. 24 seconds, okay. I really do wonder if I need a different skin on her, because I know different skins do have different animations, so... Yeah, the dog took a turn. I noticed that time. I definitely saw the dog take a turn. I'm 100% sure on that. So he is somewhere on that team. Somebody is having their animation be too fast. I wonder if it's her. Like, I wonder if her animation's too fast, so maybe she needs to be slowed down, because she does move after. Oh. So I do wonder if that is the problem. So we're live fixing problems here that don't exist. But I just want, right now, since I did the change of the skin, I mean, I could be wrong. I mean, maybe the skin has nothing to do with that team. But I just want to see if the skin matters or not as well myself, so. Okay, he didn't take a turn then. So I reckon it could be that DEBPRAH, I think her name is. I don't know, whatever her name is. The dark thing. I think that could be causing the problem as well. Maybe it's the wheel runes as well. Could be anything, really. So, Well, I'm going to do a little bit more testing, but I'm not going to go crazy because I do not like doing raids personally unless it's free because my crystals go down way too much. I know it seems ridiculous, but about 4 months ago I was at 10k and I haven't spent for crystals. I had 10k and it's been coming down like crazy, and you know, I didn't spend at all. I'm mostly, you know, it's mainly free to play, this account. You know, I mean, it's my only account, but, you know, I don't spend. So, okay, that's actually a fairly quick time. But yeah, I mean, like I say, it hasn't failed, so I'm going to do the last couple of runs that it has, just to see. But if the team seems to be behaving better without her skinned, like I say, the dog is going to have to be looked at his tick. And I think he might just be a bit too fast. Because there's definitely something with that team that's causing the problem. Like I said, I just don't know what it is. Because I'm sure every time the slow debuff has been put on. Like I said, I'm not too sure. I'm not an expert when it comes to the teams, so almost, yeah. That's a pretty good time still. So yeah, I mean, like I said, hopefully this video's helped somebody. I really do, because that's the whole point of making these. I do apologise if the video isn't as helpful as maybe some. It's just, you know, I'm not, you know, a professional at this. I don't know, and it's just, this is what I would like to see, and I try to do it slow enough to where it helps, and I might get a bit confused when it comes to it, because this is all live, there's no script or nothing, so I swear that dog did a turn when I was talking. Bloody dog. But yeah, hopefully this does help someone out, and if it's worth their time making the video, like I say, this is probably going to be part 1 of maybe part 2 or 3. I mean, there might be more parts to come at some point. So, yeah. The team only failed because the dog did definitely take a turn. So, I'm sure he's too fast. But I don't know what the tick is for him, so. But yeah, I mean, oh, I've got ages yet of runs. I think I'm just going to stop it on the 10th run. Well, that was a bit of a long run. So, the team isn't perfect. It can be done. So, if you want to brag to your friends or the guild, say, oh, I've got this slightly faster team or whatever, then go for it. But for newer players to mid-game, I'd probably recommend the one that I have already made a video on. That is more free-to-play friendly, or the one with Liam. To be honest with you, almost anything works in Liam's spot, to be honest with you. So, I'll leave down below some links to it. I have the ones where I'll be talking, and then I have 2 where I'm not talking. Oh, I'm getting tired. How long have I been recording for? 40 minutes! Wow. No, that's insane. 40 minutes. Oh, I'm so sorry. So anyone that's made it this far, I'm so sorry. I'm going to end this after this round. 40 minutes! Oh my. I thought it was 20 minutes max. Oh boy. I can't believe that. So yeah, anyway, hopefully you people have a nice day and night. Or whenever it's watching. I'm hoping this video is going to help you out. And also, before we go, I have, I said save, but I'm going to just summon, because why not? Got a Bernard. Got an Imp. Got a useless thing, and no lightning. Well, thanks for watching the video. If you made it this far, it's much appreciated. Leave down below if you know any reasons why the team might have failed, so that way you could help other people and help me, because I know I need to change the runes to being fight. So yeah, anyway, have a pleasant day, evening, night, and I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye.